it's an entirely advertising supported business model, and advertising and e-commerce supported business model. And you come into that scenario and you say, oh, I'm going to charge you for a subscription. It may not fly. For consumers, it may not fly. For businesses, it's fine. The SaaS business model for businesses is working just fine. But consumers' subscription is not something that's working very well. And I believe it's going to change. In the next 5 to 10 years, I believe it is going to change. I think Google has put in a proposal to the some journalism association that they are going to start doing a micropayment platform that will allow content producers to charge for their content. And that if Google does get behind this movement and creates the infrastructure for content producers to be able to charge for content, that is going to go a long way in addressing the dysfunctions of the consumers expecting everything for free business. But I would recommend that you go for a B2B. And if you're servicing the wedding planners, then you're becoming basically a SaaS service, software as a service, and you can charge them, no problem, because you're catering to a business.
So, I mean, we had a couple of questions on this, right? So we wanted to know, we see that there's tremendous opportunity in like the South Asian market, like the North and Brides.com and all that. It's catering to more like the American weddings. And just looking at what is out there for Indian weddings or just the Indian local market or South Asian, people spend a lot of money there. And there's nothing, like right now, if I were to plan my wedding, I don't know which vendors to go after. If I have to get married in India, I have no clue what to do, So maybe thinking of just focusing on that market, like what do you think of opportunities there?
I've heard that there is a very big event planning industry that has come together in India. It's become very popular, it's become very, you guys in India would probably be able to talk to that more. Anybody want to talk about it? Are you seeing a lot of event planners in India?
The problem is the event planners are basically for high-end kind of market,
That's right.
elitist of class. The people who has monies like, millions of rupees to spend on the wedding. The problem is the lower strata will still not go for this wedding planner kind of stuff. That's what I feel. Because if you have 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees to spend, you would probably run pillar to post to save every inch of money, and you will not be dependent on, that's my thought on it.
That's right, but
the concept is catching up.
Yeah.
And just to add on, in a place like India, wedding is something, even if there are wedding planners or even managers, it's something which is very personalized. So even if there is a wedding planner, then it's something which is very emotional. If I can mention that. So in that sense, I'm not sure. Here a physical persona in front of you really works, rather than something off, like the kind of model that maybe you're talking about.
But having said that, I think urban cities in India might be a big market for you.
Your
top 10 cities like Bombay, Bangalore, and all.
Very true.
The segment is the very upper strata, a very high income segment of the urban centers. That's all.
Yeah, and we're not
I'd also like to
talking
add here.
about like.
Yes?
I'd like to add from here. There's a new segment which is emerging, and that is typically families trying to get together. Because over the last 10-15 years, because of the unitary family mobility, people are having these family get-togethers every quarter, once in 3 years or once in 4 years, and that time they're not really bothered about the amount of money they're spending, because people would come in from all over the world, and the kind of excitement even among first cousins is that they're probably meeting somebody after a few years. They may not have met them. So I personally find that even within our support system, there's a phenomenal amount of bonding, and for that people are willing to pay and stay in touch. So while I agree with the gentleman who mentioned about the quantum of expenditure, I think there's a lot more people willing to spend today.
Yeah, and I think people use the weddings as occasions to bond also. I think people use weddings as occasions for everybody to come together from different parts of the world. Definitely our family does that.
I would like to add here.
Yeah?
Hi.
Yeah, there was a similar business like this in year 2000. I know a friend of mine who had worked in this. It was basically focused on NRIs, people who had been staying in like US and they want to get their daughter or son married and they want to happen it in India. So now they didn't have the time to manage everything and they didn't want to depend on relatives who do all these things for them because it was a
They
big
were looking
hassle.
for professionals.
Yes, so they look for the professional. So that was something which was growing, but in the burst of 2000, that business closed down. But they had made some of a couple of clients there. So in fact, this model worked. And with the growing number of people coming out of India and working here, but still they want to get back and marry in India.
Yeah.
So you are more kind of in target people in India and other countries. They're going back. And maybe you can start advertising on shadi.com or other sites where the people meet. So that could be a potential place.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Have you got some good feedback,
Yeah.
Praneetha? How many more do you? 2 or 3? So we have 3 more presentations. We have 35 minutes. So roughly 10 minutes each.
Just sent a mail to Praneetha. We are here, 2 of us in Hyderabad. We haven't made the presentation earlier, so if you could probably, once everybody's through, if
Okay.
there's still time, we would love to.
7 minutes each. The next
You
3
are the one-
pitches, 7 minutes each, and then we'll do some questions.
Yes, Praneetha.
You
You said we did London and Boston.
Yes.
Is
London and
Yeah.
Boston are in the 3.
it taken into account? Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you.
Actually, including this, it's 4. So
Okay.
So Hyderabad.
All right,
London,
let's go
Boston.
quick. Next.
Prashant is here.
Okay.
Can you
Where's
speak
Prashant?
so we can see you? on
Speak
the
so
camera?
that we can
I'm
see you.
here.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, there you
There
are.
you are. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Sramana. I'm Prashant, and he's my partner Karthik. Hi. And we are okay. I'll talk about the problem. So we've observed that the gaming industry, the people who make 3D games for PCs and for consoles, the games that come out nowadays, the budget for making them is around $10 to $20 million. And what we've come to understand is that most of this cost is because of the need to produce very complex artwork. So if you're playing a game like World of Warcraft, all the demons and the levels and the buildings. So you need to have a team of 100 to 150 artists maybe working over a period of 2 to 3 years to make these models. And this also causes the gestation of the period of the game to extend over 3 or 4 years. So apart from this, because manual work is being done to create these models, there's only a certain level of realism that you can achieve. So because artists tend to make one model and copy it and place it in 4 or 5 places with minor tweaks, that is what we're trying to solve. Right.
So you want to basically be an outsourcing provider for the gaming industry?
Not exactly. We're trying to think of an algorithmic way of solving this problem. What we have in mind is a mechanism for automating 3D modeling. So if there's a certain artist and he wants to make a chair, let's say, and a chair has a base, a backrest, and 4 legs. And you can customize the legs, change one leg for another, you can choose a design of the backrest and so on. So when an artist makes a chair using a 3D modeling tool, he has an intent which is in his mind, and he conveys the intent to the tool in the form of commands. So we are trying to capture the intent in code. So a chair will be specified as a sequence of instructions in some specification model. And this cannot be done with artists because artists cannot code. So a domain expert and a programmer sit together and create the model once and for all. And this model is made available to artists who work on making the levels for games. And the artist, knowing the requirement for the particular game and the scenario, can customize the chair model as per his
And
requirement.
is this something that you're going to add on to other modeling software like an Autodesk or Alias
Yeah.
or something?
Yes.
So you're extending CAD software, isn't it?
CAD is more, I would see CAD software as being in the mechanical industry for doing.
No, animation is done with CAD as well. The entire
Okay,
animation